sound on. Transition to the talking screen, and hello everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing okay. Feeling a little tired, but hopefully won't affect the puzzles too much. Let's see, did I do anything exciting since last time? Not really. Yeah, haven't done anything. Anything you been up to, Mama?
Well, I took a vacation day today,
Hmm.
so I could wait for the be here when the tech came for the air conditioner,
Oh.
which you know turned on, or Josh tried to turn it on Saturday morning,
Mhm.
Friday night, something, and nothing.
Yeah,
Even the fan wouldn't come on,
that's really annoying.
so I was like, but when the tech got here, he's like, well, I can see it's a short.
Mhm.
Was able to fix, get the exhaust fan running, which helped with the humidity in here. It's like, I can't do I mean, what needs to be fixed is in the outside unit, which we both knew he could not fix today because, hey, it was storming.
Mhm.
Lightning, yeah, no, you're not he's can't do so that's gonna have to wait for another day, but just getting the fan on the system going helped because it seems to have helped the humidity in here.
Yeah.
But it's still a little on the warm side. Fortunately, I've got the overhead fan, so
Mm. I the AC unit that I have right here
uh-huh.
does dehumidifying, which is very helpful. Because some
Yes.
days it will be very humid in this room, even if it's not in the rest of the house. Um, but unfortunately, that means I have to empty it quite frequently. Um, but yeah, I need to eventually order a little cap to go onto the drain port, because didn't have one, because I got it secondhand,
Yeah.
and that can be a little annoying when emptying it, because I've had to mop occasionally when I forget that it's been running for a while.
Put a bowl under it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
If there's space for a
that's
bowl under
with
it.
the drain catch that we have, the
Well,
bowl
no,
thing.
when you take it out to empty it, so you have a
No,
bowl that's dedicated in there to put under that
the
while
bowl
you're.
is already there.
Oh.
It's just that bowl sometimes overfills.
Oh, okay.
Um, yeah, yeah. There's nothing that stops it from uh, draining at the moment. So to figure out how the best way to fix that problem is. But anyway, uh,
Sudoku
AC
time.
stuff aside, yep, it is dope. So let's go ahead and get over to our first puzzle for today, and that will be the Great Awakening by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3x3 box. Clues outside the grid gives the sum of the digits along the indicated diagonal. Digits may repeat. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive, and adjacent digits along a red line must have alternating parity. Cells separated by a black dot has one digit double the other, a 1 to 2 ratio, and digits in a dotted cage without repeats sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. There are no negative constraints. And before we get started, Laura Smith says, get a 3D printer and print a cap for the drain port on the AC. I think getting a 3D printer is an expensive fix for that, but a 3D printer would allow me to do lots of other things. Unfortunately, I need to then learn how to make the 3D files, which is a skill I don't have yet.
Well, then you talk to your cousin that has a 3D printer or two.
Yeah. And I do have a number of friends with 3D printers, so that would probably be the go-to direction there. And Laura Smith says, also hello, I don't have the flu anymore. Yay!
That's very good.
And 3D printers are definitely multi-purpose, so there's a lot of things you can do with 3D printers.
Yeah, especially if you like gaming stuff.
Mm-hmm. And then Laura Smith definitely says, ask friends, cousins if they can print one. I just gotta figure out the actual specifications for the port on there. It should just be like a standard twist cap thing. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into this puzzle and see where we can get started. The link is again in the description. There's a 1 here in this cage.
Did you read the rules? Yes, you did.
I did.
Never mind.
Could go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4 here in the 5 cage. Well, actually, this looks 2, 4, 5, and then to make 8 would be 2, 3, 5, 6. 2,
Well,
3, 4, 5.
20 little killer. The inside is 3 to 5, so it's 17 or 15 to 17 on the outside.
6, 7, 8, 9, which the bottom
7 and 9 cannot be on the Kropke.
And then Laura Smith says 8 in 2 cells without a 1, and that leaves 2, 3, 5, and 6. Laura Smith also says 8 LK in 4 cells needs a repeat. That would be the 8 little killer up here.
Yeah.
Purple.
Oh, and there's a 5 little killer too, for box 9.
Oh, yeah. 4. 1 and 4. So this is 1, 3, 4. Huh. Well, that's not 5, so that's actually not gonna do anything with this.
Yeah.
It's just consecutive. But that does mean that this cannot be a 4 connected to a 3. So 2 has to be on here.
Never mind.
Since we got this one to tell us
okay, now
here.
The left can't be a 3 now on the white Kropke, because if it's a 3, then it would have to go to a 2, but then for the little killer, it'd have to go to a 2.
Right. Okay. Laura Smith also said the 5 little killer, and then didn't really do anything on this. So a 1, a 1, and a 2 would be 4, so the outsides are maximum 4. The insides are 1, 2, and 3.
Row 1, column 6
Okay.
cannot be a 1.
1 and 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. No, did that wrong. This can go to 4, 1, 5. And then Segamama,
Row 1, column 6 cannot be a 1 because it would have to have 2 on either side of it.
I think that takes the 5s out, because then that makes 1 and 2, which is 3, and they need 5. And then Laura Smith also said the white dots in row 1. We've got 18 on this little killer. Where's this one? 5. Now we've got 4 from that group. And
Well, that can't
this,
be 1, too.
right. 4, 6, 8 are the options on a black property dot. Because the smaller digit has to be from the groups 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then if you double them, that gives you 2, 4, 6, and 8. If the smaller digit was a 5 or greater, it would go 10 or more, which we can't use. But now we have all of the digits from 1 through 5 represented. However, that means this cannot be 1 or 2 as the smaller digit, because then the larger digit would still be from 1 through 5. And so these are 5, 7, and 9 as the leftovers, which are both odd, which means we can lose our odd digit here, and here, and
Wait a minute.
here. Oh, I've messed something up.
Yeah. That 579 doesn't. And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
but you've also got 6
Ah,
and 8 on there.
the 5 is here. This is 6, 8, 7, and 9. That's what I messed up. Okay, this diagonal is 18. If I put a 6 here, then these are 12. The maximum here is a 5, so the minimum here is a 7. But I should really be looking at the 5 and the 9 to make 14, which makes this minimum 4. So 3 is gone, and 6 is gone. And now 5 and 8 is 13, which would be 5 or more, which obviously wouldn't work, but it means all of these are available. And then 8 and 9 means a 1 is the minimum, so I think that's as far as we can go there. Oh. Well, we already said 15. So Laura Smith said, but that breaks 6 with 8, and 4 puts 2 4s in the box by the black dot. 6 and 8 is 14 plus 4, and then, yeah, that would be 4 with 8 there.
So you can't put 6 in that row
Right.
3, column 9 at all.
This is 6 and 4, and that would be 8. So yeah, 6 is gone. Seven would mean 11, which would be 8 and 3, and 6 and
4,
5.
6, and 5. Yeah, either one is 5.
And 8 would be 10, which would have to be 4 and 6, or 2 and 8. And then 9 would
No,
be...
you couldn't use 2 and 8 with 8.
Why not?
You'd be repeating the 8.
Oh, derp. Yep, my brain's functioning. So 8 would be 4, 6, and 3. 9 would be 9, which would be 5 and 4, 3 and 6, 1 and 8. So I think there's lots of options still in there. $15. Since this can't be a 9, this couldn't be a 6, because minimum is 15. One, two, three, 4 means this one here is odd.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4 means both these are odd. If I need to start painting odd digits or not. Row 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually, that could have been 4 here. So these two are both odd, and this one is even. Which means I have to use 3. Which gives us 4, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 8, 4. 4 means these are 4, which is a 1 and a 1, 2 pair. I think I can get rid of purple coloring.
And
Ones
so
are
row
gone.
3, column 8 is a 2.
Right, is consecutive. And then even pairs with odd, but we already sort of knew that. Laura Smith confirms that white dot. 1 here, 2 there, not a 1. 1 and 4 to make 5. This is odd, 3, 5, 7, or 9. I don't know if I need coloring for odd even numbers. 18, so that's 9, and that's a 9. Even pairs with odd.
The white Kropke in row 1 is 1, 2. So that's 6, 9.
One, two, 3. but we don't know where the other even has to go.
Right.
What about this row? 1, 2, 3, 4. Already said that one. I already said those two. 2, 4, and 8 means I have 6 on one of those two. Four has to go on one of these. Well, it would have to go on one of these, which means the other from 3 and 5 that pairs with this one means none of these can be from 3 and 5. 4, 3, and 5 are all gone. 8 is gone. 1, 2 is gone. This one's not an 8 from box 3. Oh, we've got 9, so these two are 11. Which is actually 2, 9, 3, 8, 7, 4. One, 2, 3 in row 5s. Make more progress here. Column 9 is 3, 5, and an 8, I believe. Tall Cat says can place the other 3, 5 in box 9 for what it's worth because of the 3, 5 in box 3. So that gives us this here, and then these are 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Tall Cat says the 20 diagonal on the right, which I haven't been thinking about at all, has some fairly high numbers. The minimum here is 13, and a pair of 3s on top of that is 19. So I can only go up one more, so I can actually take the 9 out of here. This is forced to be a 3, that's forced to be a 3, so this is actually a 6, 8 pair. Which sums to 20 correctly. 5, 3, and 8 here. 7, 9 pair. These can't have a 6 on it. Coloring. This 3 takes that out.
8 can be
There's
box.
2.
8 can be placed in box 7. That's what I'm trying to say.
8 pairs with 7 or 9, which pairs with that 7 or 9 to make this a 1, 2 pair. Laura Smith says 6 doesn't dot 9. Definitely doesn't, which is why I immediately clicked the 9. This has to be 4 and 3.
Well, row 9 finishes off with 5, 6, or 7. Which, yeah.
2, 9 looks like are left over.
So row 8 finishes off with 5, 6, 7.
And then this 2 places a 1 in the first cell. And then the 9 here fixed those. This 2 is going to give us this, is going to actually do a lot more around. Let's see. Can either of these be helpful? Well, this would have to be 2, 4, or 8. But one of them has to be a 4, so it's going to be this one. So you see 1 or 3, so the smaller has to be from 2 or 4. Which, since 2 would double the 4, means you have to have a 4. So we know it's this one, because of this 4, so that halves to 2 or doubles to 8. This one, it does not have a 1
It's either
on
2,
it.
4 or 3, 6.
Laura Smith confirms that. Let's finish off box 6. 4, 2, 6, 3, 1. 5, 7, 9 left over. 4, 6, and 2, I think. This one's not 4.
Box 6, the crop key, can't have a
Yes.
2
Oh,
or a 9,
have a
yeah.
9. We do have all of our even digits in the row, though. So one is on this dot, one is on this line, one is on this dot, and then we have the 8s. Both these
But
are
it could be a
on.
3. Oh, right, because it's on the dot, not just...
This one sees 1, 7, 3, and 5, so this one's just a 9. It's not a 9.
Row 2, column 1 is even, and it sees 2, 4, and 6. So it's an 8.
How do we know this one's even?
Well, column 1 has all the odds.
4, 6, 8 left over.
Which you had just said, oh, this has all the even or all the odds now.
Oh, right. I did just do that. 1, 9, and 3. So this one's on. 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 and 8 are gone because they're right here. 4, 6 pair means this is going to have an 8 on it. This one must therefore be on because we've got 4, 6, 8, and 2. 3 and 9 are removed. This is what, 5, 7, and 3? This one's not a 7. The 4, 6 here pairs with the 4 or 6 that must be here, so this must be 2, 3, or 5 to finish off the column. This one isn't a 3. It's here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, I think, are the options for this, because 2, 3, and 4 are together, so that would be 1 through 5, and then we skip 6 as an option because we don't have 5 or 7. But then the 6 gives us the 7 back, and then we've got 1 and 7 in the box, and 4 and 2 in the column, leaving us with 3 or 5 as the remainder. But that means this is odd, so we can take out 3 as an option, which takes out 6 from the top. And that gives us, well, we already knew one of those two had to be even.
3, 4, 5, 6, which leaves 8 left in box 2 or box 4.
this dot and this dot. And decide if one is better than the other. 2, 4, 6, and 8 are the evens. 4 and 6 are in the box. And then you've got an 8 here, and then a 2 here. So if this is even, this is 1 or 3. And if this one was even, this would be 7 or 9. There's also a 3 here, so this isn't 3. So that's 1 or 8. 2, 4, 6, and 8. 4 is the only one that sees both. This 8 sees the top. So 2 is 1, 3. 6 is 5 and 7. And then 8 adds 9 to the top. So there's a 9 here. So that's not a 9. 3 in the column takes 3 out of both. 1, 7. 7 out. That's helpful than I hoped.
The column 6, that crop key, the top can't be a 2 because the bottom can't be a 1 or a 3.
Oh, right. And this can't be a 1 on top either, because it would have to pair with a 2, which would break the 1, 2 right here. So 1 is gone, and now 2 is gone from the bottom, because this is 1 or 3. Either? Although, how did I remove 3 as an option? Oh, 3 is right here in the column, silly me. Laura Smith says 9 in row 6. Has to be one of these two.
Can't be the one on the left because there's a 9 in column 7.
Right. And I just looked at the 6 here and was like, that's definitely what a 9 looks like. So the fact that 6 and 9 are literally the same symbol, just rotated. As I drink in the middle of my sentence, 9 and 6 are the same symbol, just 9 is 6 rotated 180 degrees, and makes it confusing.
In row 3, column 5, is that a 1, 6 that's written there?
1, 8.
Oh, 1, 8. Okay.
Yeah. It is kind of
I was
hard to
about
see
to
stuff
say it
through
can't be
the red.
it can't be a 6.
One, 2, 8. And I guess I could have just simply looked at this 1, 2 and said this can't be 1 and 2. So this is just an 8. That's just 2, that's just 1, that's 2, 5 and 6, and 8 here. There's 7. 4, 5, 7, and 2. 3 is gone. 4 pairs with 2, pairs with 3, pairs with 6. Although I guess they're not really pairing, but we've got a
Yes,
5,
but in
7
row
pair.
2, in row 3, the 4 pairs with 5 on the crop
3,
key.
right.
Row
5,
3.
7, 7, 9. This is a 1. This is a 5 down here. 6 and 7 there. This looks like it's a 6. It's all evens. We've got 3, 5, and 9 remaining. These two aren't 3, so this one is 5 and 9. That's not what 9 looks like. I didn't even get that,
That's just a 5
oops, and 2.
and a 2.
Uh-oh. I'm thinking this might just be the puzzle messing up. Because if I take out this 4 for a second, and I say check. Oh. Something similar is upset. So let's check. First, we're going to check the little pillars. 2 and 6 make 8. 7 and 4 and 1 and 8 make 20. So that's good, that's good. 1 and 4 make 5. For 20, 3 and 6 and 8 and 3, that is 20. So that one's good. 5 and 4 and 9 more make 18. 4, 1, 2, and 1 make 8. And I'm just checking the little sum box up here. Okay. And then I think we're just going to go row by row. 1 and 2 are consecutive. 9 and 6 are an even and odd pair. 3, 4, 5 are consecutive. 8 and 7 are an uneven pair. And 8 divided by 2 is 4, so that one's good. 9 and 8 are consecutive, so they're good there. 4 and 5 are consecutive, and 5 and 6 are an odd and even pair, so that one's all good. 8 is even, 1 is odd, so we're good here. 3 is consecutive with 2, and 2 is even, and 9 is odd. Go across this row. This is the only clue. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 2 is consecutive with 3. 6 and 7 are an uneven pair. 4 and 5 are consecutive. 7 is consecutive with 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 and 4 are 5. 3 and 4 are consecutive. 8 and 9 are consecutive. 1 and 2 are an odd even pair. 6 and 7 are consecutive. 1 and 2 are consecutive. 3 and 4 are an uneven pair. 4 doubles to make 8. 6 and 7 are an uneven pair, and 1 is 1. So I think I'm just going to message Chip Sounder and say, I think something messed up in his in saving the solution. This one, which has happened a couple of times. I'm not sure exactly how, but I have not done any of the actual setting, so I don't know what all is involved in making sure that that one's squared away, but this looks like it's correct. At least it looks correct to me. Unless there are just simply 2 solutions, but I don't think so. Just grab screenshot tool. This window. Box. Possible to send this link.
And there's not any additional rules there that we missed, right?
No.
Okay.
Normal Sudoku rules, clues outside the grid, are the little
No
killer
negative constraints.
clues.
Okay.
Yeah, cells separated by white dot are consecutive. Adjacent red lines must have alternating parity. cell separated by a black dot is one digit double the other, and cells from dotted cage without repeats under the total given. No negative constraints. So, sent Chip Sounder a message asking him to double check our work, and as long as we didn't make any mistakes, then hopefully Chip Sounder can send a fix link. That way I can put that one in the video description, or the stream description more accurately. Yeah. Just for funsies, what happens if I clear everything and then I click check? Look good so far. Yeah. Go ahead and leave it like so. But yeah, anyway, with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to our second puzzle for today, and that is I Don't Like German Whisper Lines by Melly. I was trying to figure out a way to pronounce the two L's as a Y sound, but I think that would be May, and I think Melly is probably more correct, but I'm not sure. It could be May, but it's probably not. Or more accurately, I would be surprised if it was. Anyway, normal Sudoku rules apply. German whisper line, green lines, neighboring adjacent digits along a green line have a difference of at least 5. Killer cages. Digits in a cage may not repeat in sum to the total given. And crocky dots. Digits in cells joined by a white dot are consecutive. Not all dots are given. And link in the chat in now. And let's get started.
Well, the easy thing is boxes 1, 3, 7, and 9 have 6.
Okay, and well, there's something easy that I can do with some set theory here. If I highlight these rows, these columns, and wait, not those columns, this column and this column. There we go. And these two boxes. Got a dupe. I don't know where that dupe came from. Oh well. So we've got 4 sets of the digits 1 through 9, represented as these 4 rows, and we've got another set of 4 digits of the sets 1 through 9, as 2 columns and 2 boxes. So those 2 sets are equivalent. And any cell, let's say this one, that is in both the red set and the blue set, can be removed from both sets without changing the equality of each set. And so that is true for all of these digits and all of these digits. And so these 16 cells here are completely identical to these 16 cells, and we know that these 3, these 3, these 3, and these 3 all have to be from 1, 2, and 3. So it's really just these 4, which are these 4. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take out these 1, 2s, and 3s from both sets as well. So the red group and the blue group have to be the same. I don't know if that was necessarily necessary, but we know that for sure. Laura Smith says 5 in box 3 has only 3 places. So we know it's there, which is not quite going to reflect into box 9. It's be in these 3, but they're not quite as useful. So I think what I want to do is look at this German Whisper line, and more accurately, these 2 cells on that German Whisper line, although I can actually ignore this one and just look at those here and see that those have to be from 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, this one and this one we know both have to be 4, so they're partnered with 9s.
If you look at box 9, you've got that same German Whisper that has to have a 4 on it. Or, I'm sorry, box 7 that has to have a 4 on it.
4, 9 pair. It's actually going to be 5, 8 here.
Box 1, the German Whisper edge has to have a 4 on it. So we know that the tip of the German Whisper in box 1 has to be high. Oh, we knew that anyway. Never mind.
Laura Smith says we can high-low from box 2 as well, since these 2 are low, these 2 are high. This one must be low. This one must be high. This one as well. But we don't know about these 2, or these 2, or those 2.
5 can be placed in row 4 because that's row 3.
You would think I would know how to count by now.
Because with what's in that 18 cage, you can't put a 5 in there.
Right, because the maximum of being a 3 means the remainder is minimum 15, which actually is going to have to be 15 because of the 9 here. So now the maximum is 15. So that's a 7, 8, and a 3. 3s are gone from all of this. This 7, 8 makes this a 6, which is going to be partnered with some 1s. 6s are gone from these 2. That's a 2, so those aren't. Neither of those are 1s. And so this is a 6. And our 5 is here. Laura Smith says, one of the whisper lines in row 6, column, and row 7, out of box 9, so these 2, has to be a 4. Well, we know this one would have to be if it's low. If this one was low, it's just not a 1. Ah, there's the 2, 3 pair here. So that's a 4, 9 pair.
And the whisper line that goes from box 1 through box 4 and to 5 that has the 3 in the middle of it.
Ah, we can take out 7 and 6, so this one's going to be an 8. It's going to tell us which way this goes. 7, 8 are on here. And actually, these 2 have to be a 4, 9 pair as well, because one of them has to be a low digit, and 1, 2, and 3 is all taken up. So that low digit pair has to be a 4.
So column 5 has a 4, 9 pair, takes the 4 out of the
And that gives us a 2, 3 pair as well as the 4, 9 pair, and 1 and 6 are also gone. So 5, 7, and 8 is left over, I believe. This
Yeah.
5 in box 5 takes the 5 out of that. Laura Smith says row 7 has some pairs as well, 4, 9 pair as well as the 1, 2, 3 triple. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This 5 is not here as well. Actually, I'm just going to do 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the remainder of box 8. And that's also true here. 5, 6, 7, 8. This one's not a 5. Top 4, 9 pair takes 9 out of this one.
The crop gate in box 4 has to have 4 or 6 on it. Column 2 can't be a 4.
4, 9 pair. And the only odd digit, the 4 and 6,
Oh, the 4,
would
9
allow.
pair in column 2 takes out
Oh,
the
the 9
9.
here. 6
Yeah.
surrounded by some 1s. 2, no 1s. This is now the 5. This is now the 4. Laura Smith confirms the 4, 9 pair. And now our 2, 3 pair. This one's a 3. 1 and 3 here. 2, 3, and a 1.
The 3 in
2,
box 5
3.
takes out 7.
This one, 7 is gone. 6 didn't need to
8,
be
9
added.
pair.
8, 9 pairs. Give us 7 and 4. A 9 here. A 4 there. A 9 and 9. Another 4. And these 2 are 4. These 2 are 9. 8, 9. 8, 8 is gone. Not 7.
Box 7, the 4 pairs with an 8 across the crop D. No, it doesn't. Pairs
Pairs
with the
with
5. Okay.
6, 8.
I knew what I meant to
2,
say.
6, 7, 8. Oh, not 6. And also not 8. So that's a 7. Pairs with 2. 3 here. 2's are gone. Excuse me. That's 2. 3's going to be taken here. 7.
Box 7's left with 6 and 8, and there's an 8 in column 1.
3, not a 2. 5, 6, 8 is what's remaining in row 8. And 1 through 4, or excuse me, 1 through 3, 4, 5, and 7. If I'm looking at that correctly, neither of those are 4s because of these 2 here. So that's a 4, 5, 7 pair takes out 5 and 7. Oh, this is just a 2. This one is just 9. This one has to be 5. That's not.
6
Yeah,
and
go ahead and
7
take
are
the
left
color.
in box 1.
6, 7 pair makes this one 8. This one 5. 6, 7 pair there. 5 is now here. 6, 7, 8 remaining in row 1. And I think actually 6, 7, 8 here as well.
Oh, there's an 8 in the, yeah.
8's are gone here because it's this one. This one's a 6, a 5, and 8. There's a 7, 8, and 6, which pairs with a 1, which gives us 2 and 3, 2 and 1, 7, 7 and a pair of 6s, 1 and 3, 7, 6. What's left over in here? See 1, 2, 3, 4. I need a 5. Is one of those two. And a 6, which is one of these two. Not this one because the 6 is here. So 6 is there. Now I need a 7, which is here. And that's going to give me 5, 8. There we go. Let's see if this is on Logic Masters Germany. does not seem to be. So, our next puzzle is Archipelago by Lithium Ion. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Each cell in the grid belongs to exactly one terrain, either island green or water blue. All water cells in the grid must form one orthogonally connected region. Each 2x2 region in the grid contains at least one cell from each terrain. Each island contains exactly one clue, and which equals the product of the size of the island, i.e. the number of cells that belong to this island, and the sum of the digits in all cells belonging to this island. Digits within an island do not repeat. An island are not allowed to touch each other, neither orthogonally nor diagonally. A digit in a circle equals the size of the island. Not all possible circles are given. Okay, I'm a little confused, but I'm less confused seeing the puzzle completely now. Go ahead and give the link in the chat, and then we'll get started. So each 2x2 region in the grid contains at least one cell from each terrain. Each island contains exactly one clue, which equals the product of the size of the island, the number of cells, and the sum of all digits in the cells belonging to this island. So, let's say I had an island that was, I don't know, let's say this 40 here, and let's make this these 4 cells, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the sum of the digits, 1, 2, 3, and 4, is 10, and the number of cells, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 4 times 10 is 40. So that is a possibility for how the 40 will work. And Laura Smith asks, clues are island, correct? And that should be correct. Each island contains exactly one clue, which equals the product of the size of the island. So yes, the clues, the numbers here must be island cells. So,
What were the
because of
circles?
that,
I
let me go ahead and reread the circles. Digits within an island. A digit in a circle equals the size of the island. Not all possible circles are given. So,
okay.
all of our circles are also islands. And now we do know that islands cannot touch each other diagonally. So these two are part of the same island.
Right. Well, and we know that, like in box 7, the clues belong to the islands and they cannot touch. So you could put blue between. And in row 9 between the 24 and the next island over. Column 9 has a pair that are separated by.
Column 9.
Oh, 8. Apparently I can't. I was confused.
I think those have to be water as well. So those
Right. In
have to be
column 7, between boxes 5 and 6. Yeah.
Okay, even if this 64 went up, it must still go down.
Now, that 6 island
Yeah.
in box 7, I kinda
It
think it
could
has to
just be a
be a
6.
6.
Well, it
It
can't go
could
into
be
either of
2
these two.
with 1 and 2.
Yeah. Oh, well, this 14 is size 2, and it must sum to 7.
Blue is forms a continuous. Okay, you got it. Never mind.
This has to be island. This has to be water. Therefore, that has to be water. Chip Sounder asks, why did that happen again? I'm not sure. Mad, I tested it myself and it worked. Weird. Well, hopefully, I'm not sure. Maybe I made a mistake somewhere. But if I'm looking at this 40 down here, well, 40 is not a multiple of 3, so this must extend. And now, 40 is divisible by 4, and the minimum in 4 cells is 10. So that actually ended up being how that worked out. This 24 has to go up. And now these are different islands, so that's not, and that's not.
And row 7, column 4 has to be green. Otherwise, it picks a 2 by 2 of blue.
And so that is going to be a 1-2 pair. This 24 can't continue, otherwise it would run into the 100. So this sums to 12.
Sums to 12. And the bottom can't be 3 or 4.
Right.
And in column 6, that 34 goes up.
I don't know why I highlighted column 5 thinking that was how anything worked. Well, this cannot be part of the 28 or the 22. So that's blue, and so this one is also blue. 34 is divisible by 2 and would give us 17, so that could be by itself there.
Well, 2 times 17, that's 17's prime.
Oh, that's true. So yeah, so then this would have to be size 2, or it would have to be size 17, which is not important. So we can actually highlight all of that. So that's an 8-9 pair, which takes 8-9 out of here, giving us a 5-7 pair.
And 22 is 2 times 11, which is also, so it's going to be 2.
Mm-hmm. So that one.
And it cannot go to the left.
Right. So run into the 100. I'm not going to mark that one.
No,
So we
because
have a
it's
lot of
got a lot.
options. 104 is not divisible by 3, so it must continue. But then, if anything was here, it would connect both of those islands, so that's blue. Here would connect both of these islands, so blue, same here. It could go around this way. So let's look at this 18. That means these sum to 9, which is 2 and 7. 104 divided by 2 would be 52, divided by 2 again. Although, forgive me, the divisible by 4 rule are the last 2 digits divisible by 4. because we know anything that's a multiple of 100 is divisible by 4. So we just need to look at the last two digits, and 4 is obviously divisible by 4. This 2 takes 2's out of here. 1, 2, 1. Those aren't. So this is divisible by 4.
26.
And
It would have to sum to 26.
yeah,
And
which
you
is
can't go to
possible.
5 because it's not divisible by 5. And it can't go to 6 because that would hit the other.
Correct. Okay. Although 26 and 4 is quite easy to do.
Yeah.
64, I believe, is 2 to the power of 5, or 2 to the power of 6. 1 is 0, 2 is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 is 5, 64. So this is just a power of 2. So we need at least one more, but it can't
Well,
be both. It
the
has to
one
be
to
this
the
one.
right has to be green because, yeah, otherwise it
No 2
breaks the
by
blue
2s.
green. And the last one in box 2 has to be green for the otherwise you get 2 by 2 of blue.
100 is divisible by 4, but it's also divisible by 5, but not divisible by 6. So that's not allowed, and now this one must be. So then this is 5. And the sum is 20. This is 4. Chip Sounder, I can definitely understand the frustration of the error happening. I definitely don't like it when things don't work the way I expect them to. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well,
And I
that
need to have.
circle, those are 2 separate islands, and that
Hmm,
circle that goes with the 100 has to be a 5 because 100 is not divisible by 6, 7, 8, or 9 evenly.
oh, that's true. Gives us 7 and 5 here. Um, so if it looked like this, then that 28
It
would have
can't.
to be 2.
It can't because you can't have a 2 by 2 of green either.
Right. Oh, right. But it could look like this.
No. The blue has to be orthogonally connected,
Oh, right.
doesn't it?
Um, all water cells in the grid must form one orthogonally connected region. That is correct. But we know that the 100 has to be contained to these 6 cells,
Right.
and it can't form a 2 by 2, so it can't be both of these. So those are all connected. That's that. That's that. So that has to look like this. And we know that the water has to connect, so it's going to have to go here.
Well, and the 28 island, they're in box 6. Those sum to 14.
8 or 9 is going to be required, so let's compare with this 8 or 9.
And it's with no repeats in the islands?
Correct. Each
Okay.
island contains the hold on. Each cell in the grid belongs to exactly one terrain. All water cells in the grid must form one region. Each 2x2 region contains at least one cell from each region. Each island contains exactly one clue, which equals the product of the sides of the island, the number of cells that belong to this island, and the sum of the digits in all cells belonging to this island.
Yeah.
Digits within an island do not repeat. There we go. And Laura Smith says 6, 8, and 9 are missing from row 9. This was 26.
Yeah.
And we take out the 4, that's 22. Which would be 8 and 9, is 17. And 5 more. And now this 7 removes it from both of these. This 8 and 9 removes it from, not both of them, just this one. And the 8 or 9 over here, paired with this 8 or 9 here, takes 8 and 9 out of this one. So now, can't have an 8-9 pair, so 5 isn't allowed. So I'm going to say that's a 6, that's a 7, and
17 and 9. No. Yeah.
26.
So 3, 5, and 8 are left in the column.
Not 5, not 8.
Not neat.
See, 64 is 2 power 6 divided by 4 is 2 power 4, which is
Or
16.
64 divided by 4 is 16, yeah.
And 16
So those are
minus
12.
4, which is all the digits. No 2s are allowed. So 9 wouldn't be allowed either. But 1, 3, and 8 look like they're still possible. Just as long as the 3 is in column 2. This is 20. Minus 5 is 15. 15 and 4 is all of the digits, possibly.
The 22 island is now either 3, 8 or 4, 7. Because 9 in the row and 5 in the box takes out 2, 9, and 5, 6.
One and 2 are both remaining in this row, because there's 1, 2, and 1, 2.
In in box 9, the 100 cannot have a 9 in it because 5 and 9 is 14, so 1, 2, 3 would be what's left, and you can't put it would break the because of the 1, 2 in row 7. And 5 and 8 is 13, which leaves 7, which would be 1, 2, 4, which would break for the same reason. So now does that have to be 2, 3, 4? Because we've got 9 left over. If it can't be 1, 2, 6, and it can't be, oh, it could be 1. No, it can't be 1, 3, 5.
Yeah. That makes it 20.
And 25. 7, 8, 1, 7, 8, 9, yeah. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. So row 7, column 6 has to be a 6 because the row has 1, 2, 3, 4. Row 7 has.
Oh, 6. 3, 4. Like you said. I missed the row number.
Yeah, it's all right.
7, 8, and 9. 8, 9 pair gives us a 3. So 5 gives us 8.
So that's a 4 in box 8.
699. 1, 2, 3, and 7. Well, if we know there's a 4, 4 and 5 is 9, so the remaining 3 must be 11. And actually, this is between hold on. Laura Smith says 813 works. Where does 8, 1, and 3 work? So that was 5 minutes ago. 8, 1,
64
and
island, maybe?
well, we weren't doing anything in
In
the
box
64
1?
island. 8, 1, and 3 is 12.
Yeah, but we were talking about that a little while ago.
R. Smith says 2, 3, 4, 6, and 1, 2, 4, 8 is what works for that 100. There is no 7, and we need a 4. Yeah, 4 is required. Yes, 813 was for the island in box 1. Okay. So we'll come back to that one. Laura Smith said, for the 100 here, there is no 7, and we need a 4. Yeah, these, if we include this one, sum to 10. Losing this one, make this 9, 8, or 7. So 7 and 5 is 12. So this would be 8, 7, 6. The 7's not allowed. So that was if this was 13, which was 5 and 8, which means this can't be a 2. And it confirms what Larson said. Hmm. Seven, 8, 9, 2 and 4, which have to be in these three. And this one's another 5. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. One solve definitely seems to be that something worked somewhere, so I'm not sure what the issue is on the back end. What's going on in row 5? Well, can't have 8 or 9 in any of them because the 8, 9 from this group. 4 and 7 is also removed from everything, and then this 5 takes a 5 out of this one. These can't be 2, and the one on the left can't be 3 or 5, because it goes down here. 5 or 6. That could be 5, so it's not really helpful. Although I'm not sure where to check the solves on a puzzle without solving it, so I don't know where to see that.
Well, column 1 is left with 1, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're going to have the 1 in the 64. Otherwise, 6, 7 would be the lowest, and that's already too much. So the 1 has to be in there. So the 1, 6 below it. And you can't have 9 in that cage because that would be with 1, 2 for 12. And you can't have a 2 in there because column 1 and column 2 both have. So you need 11. So that's either 3 or 4.
Is that including the 1?
No, that's not with the 1 because it was 12. So take
Yes.
out the 1. So 11, 7 and 4, 3 and 8.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Chip Sounder, I did get a new link, so I will try that one out in a little bit. So yeah, I'm not sure what the issue was. Laura Smith says, can't repeat digits. The 4 isn't allowed, so this is a 3, which
Okay.
is 1, 8. That is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Cool. And that was what we were missing there. 5, 6, 8. Goes there. 1 here. Those aren't 1s. This isn't a 9. 3 and 8 is gone, so 4 and 3.
Just like you said, 8, 1, 3.
Yeah. 2, 5, 6. 2's gone from here. 5's gone from there. Fours means 4 is, excuse me, one of these two. But this 4 over here says it's not that one, so that's a 4.
In box 1, column 2 needs a 4, 7 because 4, 5, 6, 7 is left, and there's 4, 7 in column 3.
One, 3, 6, 8. A 6. Laura Smith said 8, 9 pair in row 7 makes this a 7. And then we've got a 5, 6 pair, takes a 6 out. 1, 8, 9. So make that
3,
a
8,
6.
9's left in column 3. Sorry.
3, 8, 9. 9 here. We've got, well, not 3, but 8, 9, and a 5, I think.
Yeah.
This 5 says it's not here. So that's an 8, that's a 3, that's a 9, that's a 5. 9, 8. 8, 9. 8, 9, and 1. This one isn't a 3. Still don't know
1,
how
3
that one's
pair in
3.
column 6.
1, 7, and a 6. That's not a 6, so that is. Makes this an 8. And now I need to make this 20, so I get one more, so that's a 3. 2, 6, 5, 3, 6, 5, 1, 4, 3, 4, 7, 1, 7, 1. I still need a 2. 3, 4, I need, no, 5, I need 6. And I need 9. 1, I need a 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8, and we're done. Alright. First, grab Sounder's puzzle. No, that's not what I wanted. What happens if I do copy and paste? Darn. Well, in that case, we're just going to drag that one over to the other window and actually, sure, okay, cool. The right things are showing up. One, 2, 9, 6, 3, 4, 7, 6, 4, 1, 5, 9, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 1, 3, 2, 9, 6, 8, 4, 3, 5, 9, 2, 7, 1, down, 8, 5, 4, 7, 6, 1, 2, 3, 9, down, 7, 1, 5, 4, 2, 8, 6, 3, and 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 3, 2, 9, 1, 5, 7, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 4, 3, 9, 1, 2. Perfect. Nothing can stop it now. Right. This, and I have the right version of this link. And that one's done. And this one, you can check if it is on Logic Master's Germany. And we are looking for lithium ion, which looks like it's this one. Yeah, first try. Digits in row 1. Oops, wrong button. right. Cool. And rating. I would say that was... kind of want to say that one was on the easier side of things. Because... I mean, the islands were, with them not being able to touch diagonally, were fairly well isolated. And so you get a lot of it. I mean, most of the difficulty comes from the mathematics of it. And then, I mean, maybe this island here took a little bit of extra figuring out. But everything else sort of fell in place. I think. So,
Yeah,
I
it
want to
was
say
fairly.
easy. Although most people are rating that closer to average, so I don't know what's going on there. Apparently I'm supposed to think that was a hard puzzle, but I don't know. Anyway, copy the Logic Masters Germany link over this one. And that is 3 puzzles for today. Do you want to hit the stop button here, Mama, or do you want to try one more?
I'm good to go another one if you want.
Let us
I had a
go
nap
ahead
earlier.
and do one more. So this one is going to be Wall Facer. Move these 3 puzzles from cryptic list. Alright, and pull this back up. Alright. We have Wall Facer by MK. Normal Sudoku rules apply. The grid is partially covered with fog. Correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell. No guessing is required. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Not all dots are given. Draw a 1-cell wide wall that divides the grid such that the white dots are separated from the black dots. The wall cannot branch or touch itself, even diagonally. Dots can touch the wall, but they can't be on top of it. Digits that share an edge with the wall must be at least 4 lower than their orthogonal neighbors on the wall. Adjacent digits on the wall must be consecutive. What? I'm going to need to reread those. Let me get the link in the chat. Okay. We are going to reread the rules. Alright. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Got it. The grid is partially covered with fog, easy days. Correctly placed digits will clear the fog around that cell. No guessing is required. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, and digits separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio. Not all dots are given. Okay, the part that I'm confused by. Draw a 1-cell wide wall that divides the grid such that the white dots are separated from the black dots. Okay, that's easy enough. The wall cannot branch or touch itself, even diagonally. I get that one. The dots can touch the wall. That's the part that I get confused by. But they can't be on top of it. So, I'm guessing what that means is if one of the 2 cells is on the wall, the other one can't be, because otherwise the dot would be on the wall. I think that's how that means. Digits that share an edge with the wall must be at least 4 lower than their orthogonal neighbors on the wall. So that means the wall is minimum 5. And adjacent digits on the wall must be consecutive. Okay, I think so. Before we get started, Chip Sounder says, if you use the 1 and 5 cage and the little killer clues, where A is 1, B is 2, etc., it spells the great and the Morse code in rows 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 says awakening. So let's see. How do we get so okay. So our 2 E's are 5. 20 has to be T. 18 would have to be R.
8
A
is
is,
H.
so we get T, H, E for the. A, B, C, D, E, F, G is 7. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And then H. Yeah, we've got too many H's. Because we've got 2 8s. And I don't know Morse code well enough to read it. But that is a pretty fun way of encoding a thing in there. Anyway, all right. So wall facer. At least it was still a fun puzzle, even if there were some bumps that we found. But yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's get into wall facer here. I think I understand the rules. So we've got some black dots over here. I need to draw a wall that is going to contain cells such that they're all separated. Now the black dots are from the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Because 5, 7, and 9 aren't allowed, which actually is going to be the remaining 3, because they're odd and greater than 4, so they're all going to double to 10 or more. Which means I'm going to have 1, 2, and 3, 6. Now, where I'm going to have the line go through here somehow, I think. But one thing that I know is that the line cannot cross through a dot. adjacent digits on the line are consecutive, on the wall are consecutive. And things that are next to the wall have to be 4 lower than. And the wall has to be orthogonal. Okay. Do I have enough information? I mean, obviously, right?
Well, it has to separate the black from the white.
Yeah.
So row 8, it's either going to go up in column 3 or 4.
These are, I can't do that. These are where it has to be. Wait a second. Dots can touch the wall, but they can't be on top of it. Digits that share an edge with the wall must be at least 4 lower than their orthogonal neighbors on the wall. Which means neither of these could be on the wall, because their neighbors must be consecutive. So these 2 digits must be the wall. One, 2, and 3 are gone. 1 and 2 is gone.
Well, why can't
Six.
column
Because
3 be consecutive?
digits that share an edge with the wall must be at least 4 lower than their
Oh, right,
orthogonal
okay.
neighbors on the wall. Which means that if it's on the wall, it's minimum 5. Although, can it be 5? Because unless it only has one neighbor, 5 isn't going to work. Although it could be a bend, so like I could go this way on the wall, and then both of those could be 1, allowing this to be 5.
Well, then that Kropke dot would have to be 8, 4, as 6 and 3 are not 4 apart.
Right.
Unless I'm
No,
misunderstanding.
you're correct. And the fog leaving confirms that.
Okay, so 8 is not consecutive with 5. And I guess if the wall turns, then
But if it did turn, if it went this way, then that would have to be 6 paired with 3, which wouldn't be allowed because it wasn't allowed here. So it cannot go this way. And it can't go this way, so it must go up.
Okay, so 7 and 9 is gonna have to be at least 4 away from
I
what's
think
to the
this has
right
to
of
be
it.
a 6.
So it can't be a 6. Yeah.
But this one is going to have to be 6, right? And this is 7? Because if this was a 9, that would be
Yeah.
8. So this is 7, that's 6, and 7 isn't allowed. And now, this can't be on the wall, that can't be on the wall. The wall has to go to that divides the grid such that the white dots are separate from the black dots. The wall cannot touch itself, cannot branch or touch itself. Dots can touch the wall. They can't be on top of it. Digits that share an edge of the wall. I think this is going to have to go down. That way it actually, completes
Right.
the wall. Which is going to make this a 9 if I'm not in paint mode. Now, this could theoretically move over, but why would it need to? 4 less than 9 is 5, so this isn't a 6, so this isn't a 3. This is from 1 through 3, this is from 1 through 3, and this is from 1 through 4 or 5. This is from 1 through 3, this is from 1 through 3 or 4, 1 through 4, 5. Ah, but 4 less than the wall. 2. But now a 2 is going to be required, so not a 2 is a 2, not a 2 is a 2. 1 3
1,
pair.
3. Yeah.
Uh, 1 2 3 6. Well, it can't be 1 2, so this must be 3 6. So that's a 1, that's a 3. Not 3, not 6. 3 6. 7 9. 1 and 2 down there.
Right. If the wall turns to the right, it would have to be a 7 because a 5 would have to be no, it could be 5 and 1. Never mind.
If this was a 5, though, then it would have to turn somewhere.
Right.
So if it goes up, this is a 5, and then it would have to bend to the right to place 2 1s. Ah, but that wouldn't work, because there's already 1 in this column. So then this wouldn't be able to be anything. And if it went to the left to take this cell, then you'd have 2 1s here. And it can't go up, because then there'd be 2 1s. So this isn't allowed. So it has to go here, via 7, and beat the wall. And so this is 1 or 2, and this is 1, 2, or 3, not a 3, because there's 3 here. Except, it could go up now. But now we know we have to have an 8. And if this was the 8, it couldn't go left, it could go right or up. So then you'd have 9s like that. And then it would have to be 8. But this one would be stuck. Because you can't put an 8 here, it would clash with this 8. You can't put it here or here, because again, it would clash with that 8. So that would be stuck. That one's not allowed. And if this one was, if it went up, and it went to there, you couldn't put an 8 in any of those locations. Because of that 8. So this one doesn't work. So then this must be an 8 as part of the wall. And now if it went up, it would have to go here, be an 8. And if it went to the right, it could theoretically go down. So an 8 is one of these two.
Okay, well, above the 7, it's going
Is
to be a 1
2.
or 2.
Above the 8 is 3 or 4. Or 9.
Oh, yeah.
Six, 7, 8, 1, and 2. This isn't 3 or 4, this isn't 9, and this isn't 5. It's left over in the row. 2, 6, 7, 8. Four, 7, bottom 2 on 6 or 9. 1, 2, 7, 4, and 3. Or 6. And 6, 9. Okay. Well, if this was an 8, it would then need to go to 7. Which can't be here, so it would have to be one of those two. Because it can't go down either. If this was an 8, it would then need to go to 7. But the only way to get to here is from here. So the 7 would have to be one of those. Well, those can't be 7, and that can't be a 7 because of the dot. So this 8 doesn't work, so that 8 is forced. This 7 isn't allowed because of the dot, so this is a 7. And we're on the wall again.
All right, well, the 7 can't have a 9 next to it, or a 4.
Right. So this is a 3.
And the 8, oh, never mind.
And so it's going to have to be a 6 next. But this one definitely cannot be on the wall. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's not a 1 or 2 because of over here. So it's going to have to be a 3. Because 4 would have to go to 2 or 8. So that's a 3, that's a 6. 6 is no longer allowed. This must be the 6 to continue the wall. 3 is gone. 6, 3, now the 7. 6 over here. 5 would have to go to 4 or 6, neither of which is on these, so 5 is gone. That's a 9. That's an 8. Um, 1, 2, 4. 2 is a requirement.
5 is
5
in row 6.
Right.
In
So
box
5
6.
gets removed from here.
And 4 can't be next to 7.
Right. Okay, everything around here has been situated correctly.
And 6 is going to have to be next to a 1 or a 2.
Depending on which way this goes.
Right, but in somewhere it has to have a 1 or a 2 next to it.
Yeah.
Well, box 3, the 3 has to be in column 3 and it can't be on the crop key.
If this went to a 5, then
And
that would
it's
be the
stuck.
end.
Yeah.
And it would also have put it'd have to go up, but it would be stuck just from the consecutive rule.
Right.
So we know that that's not a 5. If it went up to here, it would have to go back up to 6, because it can't go down to 4, because of the
But it
height
can't go
requirement of the wall.
it can't go 6 because the 5-6 pair.
So then this 5 would be stuck. So this isn't on the wall, because it cannot be 5 or 7. So it's 1 or 2, which takes 1 off of here, forcing a 4 here. I don't think it's useful, but we'll see. If this was a 7, it would force an 8, 4 here. If this was a 7, it could not go onto this,
Right.
and therefore it would be stuck. Well, it could go up to a 6, but then the height requirement of the wall would be broken. So that can't be the 7. Because then it couldn't attach to the 8, because the height requirement. So then our wall has to go here and be 7. And so I have to go to an 8 now, so it's going to have to go here. 8, 8, 4. did that wrong. 4 here. This is the 7, 4 out. There we go. 4, 8, 4, 5. 4 is gone.
And 6
4,
is next
8,
to 1 or 2.
2. 2 or 3.
That's a 1-2 pair in column 6. So 7, 9 is left in column 6.
This can't be 1. And I can't put
Can't
1 at
have
all
1
here.
any of it. Yeah. Which places the 1, which resolves 1, 2 in box 5.
This would be 1, 3, or 5. But the 1 here says no. The 3 here says no. So this is a 5. It goes with 4, which makes that 2. So then this is going to have to be a wall and a 9. Interesting how little of the grid we needed to be able to place the wall. Excuse me.
Row 2 is left with 1, 2, 6, and 7. And it can't be 1, 2 on the crop key.
Two, 3, 9 left over in row 3. 6, 7, 5, 9 are all removed. 1, 3, and 4. This one, so that's 8. 6, 7, and something else is missing.
9.
Here. So that's a 6, that's a 7, that's a 9. 6 here, 6 not here. Those are consecutive. And since this is small, this isn't a 4, that's odd, this is even. 3, 9 pairs. 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 9, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 7, not 9, not 7, 7, 8, 9, 6. Need 4 in here, it's none of these. I need a 5. Either of those. 6, I need a 7. 5, but that's here, so that's 5, that's 7. This is an 8. 5, 8, and we're done. Alright. Interesting. Very interesting puzzle. One. Difficulty. How would I rate the difficulty of this puzzle?
I think it was particularly hard.
Yeah. I kind of want to say it's an average difficulty. I thought it was easier, or excuse me, more difficult than the Archipelago puzzle. I'm kind of thinking on the average side of things. Yeah, it looks like most people are rating it average. or excuse me, easy. But I think thinking through the consequences just to get started on how the wall has to work, recognizing that it can't be on here, which forces it onto those. But once you've gotten started, then it's not too difficult to get it going. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too underestimating what people are capable of. But anyway, copy those out. That is going to be it for today. So, this is where we go to the stream end screen. Anyone who watches this back, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you want to see more content on the channel, make sure to ring the notification bell. But it is Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for Sudoku, Wednesdays around 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time for single-player games. Still currently playing through the Final Fantasy VII Remake in hard mode. And on Saturdays around 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time is cooperative games, currently Dying Light 2. With that, I think that's all the things. So we will see you next time.